another itty bitty bite of beautiful. I'm Dorian Skioka, your host from GenkiStamper.com. Today I'm going to show you how to use a fun tool offered by Stampin Up called the Stamp-a-ma-jig. If you've never used the Stamp-a-ma-jig before, it's a nifty tool that helps you place stamps exactly where you want them to go. So for example, on this card, I really wanted to make sure that my butterfly and my hummingbird were right where I wanted them, but also my sentiment. I really wanted it to go in the center of the card. So I used the Stamp-a-ma-jig to do that. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. So what you'll need, of course, is a Stamp-a-ma-jig, as well as a stamp that you want to use and some ink, and then your paper. So I'm going to use a sentiment today called, this one says Bloomin' Marvelous, and it's from the Bloomin' Marvelous stamp set that's offered right now during our celebration. I'm going to use some early espresso ink, and I really want it to go right in the center. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my Stamp-a-ma-jig, and actually I don't need the paper right there right now. I'm going to take my Stamp-a-ma-jig, I'm going to put the imaging sheet down, and I'm going to put the corner of the imaging sheet right here in the corner of my Stamp-a-ma-jig. So they are kind of locked together like that. Then I'm going to take my stamp, I'm going to get it good and inky, just to be safe. Do it a couple more times. And I'm going to press it down in the corner of the Stamp-a-ma-jig. So I've lined up the corners, I'm going to press it down. Okay? And then when I pull it up, it has stamped right there in the corner. It says Blooming Marvelous. Now I can take my background paper wherever I want to stamp, and I'm going to put my sentiment right where I want it to go. Oh, it's a little crooked, so I'll move it around and make sure it looks exactly like I want it to look, placed where I want it to be placed. There we go. So now I know where I want it to go. So I'm going to take the Stamp-a-ma-jig again. I'm going to line it up right there. The important part is when I take the imaging sheet away, I want to make sure that the Stamp-a-ma-jig here stays exactly right there. So I'm going to keep my hand on it. So I'm going to take the imaging sheet away. My paper's right there. Grab my stamp, ink it up again. A couple more times, just to be safe. And then I'm going to put it right here in the corner and push down, stamp, pull straight up, and there my sentiment is exactly in the middle, right where I want it to go. It looks beautiful. And if I were doing this in the middle of a card, then I wouldn't have to worry about having to redo the whole card. So if you're interested in getting the Stamp-a-ma-jig, or if you'd like to see other itty bitty bites of beautiful tips, tricks, and other techniques, you can go to GenkiStamper.com. I'd be happy to see you there. Thanks. Bye-bye.